Hello everyone and welcome back to my Disneyland Toy Box. I'm Professor Toy Box and joining me today is the Lone Ranger because we're going to build the entrance to Frontierland. But first, I want to finish something that I left off back here, and that is the roof of that building. And so I didn't want you to think that I intended to leave that empty. And so let's go ahead and put the top of that out here just like that. There we are. And now for the entrance to Frontierland, and that's going to sit right over here. And I've decided to rearrange this just a little bit, and so I'm going to go ahead and take this block out and that block out that I had put down a few weeks ago. And we're going to come back down here to the terrain drawer, and I'm going to put this long flat block in instead. That should save memory a little bit, and it will also carry that border for the water almost all the way down to the end. And to finish that off, we'll go ahead and put in another little block here in the corner, like that. And so now, when you're over here in the hub, that looks finished. So I like that. Alright, there's a couple more terrain pieces I want to put in here because this corner here looks really square. And for that, we're going to have to scroll over to the right a little ways. Unfortunately, that's where you find the pieces that I want. And the first one is this round terrain edge. And we're going to put this right here in this corner, just like that. And the one right next to it will go in that corner. And so that adds a little bit more of a nicer edge to that, I think. And also covers up a little of that ugliness with these two blocks here. So I like that. And then we're going to come up to building sets group 4. Or 3 rather, sorry. And here you find the fort wall pieces. And we're going to come over and use this bottom corner, the large corner. I'm going to line up with the front edge of this block and all the way over against the foliage, like that. And that'll be the base of the wall. And then we're going to put 2 more of these down, like that. And a tower. And the tower will sit in here like that. And then the gate will sit here on the front, like this, with the bounding box hanging over the front edge. So when the player enters that area, that causes those doors to open. And we'll put another tower here on the right. A couple more foundation pieces for the wall. And then another large corner. And originally in my other toy box that I had built the first time, I carried this around a couple more sections. But the player's never really going to see this, and so I'm going to go ahead and skip that. And instead we're going to go ahead and just start building up the wall here. And that will save a little bit of memory by not including those extra wall sections. And I'm trying to get the wall up as high as those towers. So that should do it. And then we can put the top pieces on here, just like that. And another one on this end. And for these pieces, just so they're not quite so repetitive, we can flip them around a little. Like that. So there's the entrance to Frontierland. It looks like a big fort. And I like that. Alright, next let's build the bridge that leads across to the gate. And you'll find the bridge pieces up under the platforming toys drawer. And these are going to sit just like that. And I'll flip these around so they're not quite so repetitive. And now I would like to have a railing on it, similar to this canyon bridge piece. Of course, that's only 1 block wide, and I need the bridge to be 2 blocks wide. And as you look here, there's no railing piece, but there is one underneath the decorations drawer. So if we come down there, And you'll find the canyon rope railing right here next to the tikis and the picket fences. And so we'll go ahead and put these in. And we need to leave enough room on the other end there for those doors to open. So I can't take this all the way down, unfortunately, because that just blocks things. But at least we have a railing along most of the bridge, so that's good. Like that. And that way, as the doors swing open, then they'll cover up that hole. Alright, so there's that. Now we want to give them a little bit of a taste of what's on the other side of this. So let's come down to the plants drawer, and we're going to put in this Fantasy Terrain Corner 1. And I'm going to put the first one, let's see, grab my screenshot here, just about like that actually, but up against the wall. And we're going to put it over a little bit more. And we'll come in and style this. And I'm looking for the end door pieces. There we go. And I'm going to set that to be my theme. And then we'll put another one over here. And I'm going to spin it around like this. We'll just kind of line it up. Yeah, about like that. Doesn't really quite matter. That's about close to where it is in the Frontierland toy box. So that's good. And if you have the memory for it, I would go to the decorations drawer, go to the right, and look for the covered wagon. And we should be coming up on that here really quick. Right here. And the covered wagon in the Frontierland toy box sits about in this position like that. And so if you want to put that in here and just have it visible when you come through that door, that's fine. Decorations take up a little memory though, so on my Wii U, I'm going to leave that out. I had it in the original, but I'm going to leave that out in favor of some other things. So we'll come back down to the plants drawer, and I'm going to go to this Fantasy Terrain Corner 1, and we're going to put a couple of trees along here to kind of finish this off a little bit. And the first one we'll put down like this, and I'm going to put another one down actually about like that. And then we'll style these to be the Sleeping Beauty trees. So that. And that. And I think that gives just a nicer edge there to that corner. Helps it look a little finished. So that's good. And we need some plants to finish this section off. And so for that, we're going to come back to the plants drawer, go over to the left to Fantasy Terrain 2. I'm going to spin this around, and I'm going to drop the first one right up against those two blocks right there. And another one right next to it, about half a block out. And that creates a little pocket back there where we can hide a Mickey later. I'm going to style this to be the Pirates theme. And we'll do that with the one next to it as well. And then we'll come over to the left and grab the palm tree. And I'm going to put that in this back corner. That'll help cover up that block there a little bit. Put a bit of a finishing edge on that. So there we go. So that looks nice. And then one more little detail, and we'll be done for today. Back up to Building Sets Group 3. I'm going to come over to the right to the Main Street buildings. And I'm looking for the lamp post that has the floral arrangements on it, which is this one, the Main Street floral lamp. I'm going to put this down here with the baskets facing out. And the first one I'm going to place, let's do this one first over here. So I'm going to put that one there, about like that. And then the second one we'll put over here about like that. And there we go. There's the entrance to Frontierland, with the little corner over there and a couple of nice lamps on this side of the road. So with that, this side of the hub is done. Next time I'll build the entrance to Tomorrowland. Until then, I want to thank you for watching and for all of the comments and positive feedback I've received so far. I'm glad you're enjoying this Disneyland series, and I appreciate your messages because it's a lot of extra work to produce 4 videos a week. So hit that like button and let me know you're still watching and still enjoying this series. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet or signed up to follow me on my blog, I encourage you to do that so you don't miss any of my videos. That's all for me today. Have a great weekend.